Ahlan wa sahlan, overshares girlies.
How are you? We've got
behind the scenes.
Got a behind the scenes today, so if we feel awkward or shy, you know why, because we're not our real selves. Anyway, welcome to the Overshares podcast. I'm Harther.
I'm Consol, and today we have a brand new episode.
Oh my god,
and it's Ramadan. Did we introduce Ramadan last week? I can't remember.
No, because I wrote in the previous episodes that we pre-recorded. So this episode, we've got to be very good. For me, no swearing.
Yeah, for me, I just have to remember we are in the holy month.
Exactly.
Yeah, mindful, taqwa.
I'll be honest, how's Ramadan been going for me?
Yeah, how was
this
it
week? I've been off.
Yes,
but last week was very good.
Say that question.
I was actually sick.
Say that question. Say that question.
God damn.
You were like, this week I've been off.
No, this week I was actually sick, guys. I was off. But last week it's actually not that bad. It's actually quite easy.
Did you get COVID?
No, it's COVID. Why would you say
whooping
COVID?
Cough?
No. Are you not my friend? Do you not know me? Oh no, you were the ones that didn't call me.
What do you mean we didn't call you?
Only Fam and Siham called me.
Randomly.
When I was in my deathbed, basically.
No, I heard
from FaceTime.
From my mother,
Ooh,
actually.
Oh, yeah. Oh, your mum did come and help me. I love her.
My mother told me you were sick, but I only found out on the second day.
She did your job that you used to do for me. She took Idris to
school.
Took Idris to school for me.
No
and
way.
then he swindled her and told her, can you get me sweets before school? And she did.
She's a rookie, that one.
It's all right.
She doesn't know
grandma stuff.
She doesn't know you distract him from Mr. Patel's by going to the park.
Yeah, she doesn't know what you were doing before.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So that's kind of been my Ramadan. I went to Tarawih with my mum. That was nice.
Oh,
went to the old stomping ground, Dar es Salaam. That was really nice.
How was it?
It was really packed.
No way.
We should go when you're next in London. Not really feeling it.
No, I am. Allah, no, that's not what I did.
face.
You know what I was thinking about? Just when am I next in London? And am I going to stay
you're that
over?
person now.
Like, where am I going to stay?
Oh, it's okay.
I don't have a base here anymore.
You can sleep on Idris's bunk bed if you want.
I can't sleep on your 4-year-old's bunk bed.
He's actually
on
got
the
a big
top
bed.
bunk.
He's got a big bed.
That's what I'm calling now. They will have
that lifestyle. Long may the days when you were 16 on a bunk bed.
Yeah. Do you know what I find so funny about Somalis is they remain on that bunk bed longer than they should.
They're like 20 years old on a bunk bed.
Yeah. On the top bunk, and their legs don't even fit on the mattress.
Why did you choose the top bunk?
But you know what's so mad about being on the top bunk is you're climbing stairs to get up.
But you know, I feel like your brain memory just helps you climb back down in the morning.
Imagine being 16 years old though and climbing upstairs to get into bed.
Imagine on a night out and you sneak in and you have to climb up the bed. How
White people wean people their kids off the bunk bed at like 9 years old.
Because they've got spare rooms.
They get adult beds.
Because they've got 4 different spare bedrooms. They get king-size
beds at the age of 10.
No, sorry, that doesn't happen in a council house, okay? Unless you sleep on air. Imaka, we've discovered air mattresses.
Oh my God, air mattresses are amazing.
They never used to exist before, okay? Anyway, what's happening in the world? There's tariffs.
What did I see today?
You saw the NHS England when I said my job is in crisis.
You put the whole group chat in disarray today.
I know. I was trying to take the limelight away from you and your situation. No, I'm joking. So one of my colleagues sent it to me, and I didn't really read it. And she was like, "Yeah, look, they're coming for our jobs." But then I read the article, and I was like, "It's not really privatizing. He's just making it more. He's making it like the schools."
So NHS England is like.
Let's say a business.
Let's say the privatisation wing of the NHS, and he's scrapping, he's getting rid of it.
Yeah, so it's not really the NHS.
So he's giving control back to the state rather than these companies.
Why was I talking about tariffs? Canada, China, America.
Did you hear about Trump
about
getting rid of income tax?
Yeah. He's actually going crazy.
How amazing is that? Do you know, sometimes I look at my payslip and I think if I didn't, because you know you get your full salary at the top before.
Yeah. No, but I wouldn't. I don't know how I feel. I feel like Americans don't get annual leave, so I wouldn't. That doesn't make me feel like I want that.
They don't get a little cheeky 28 days.
No, They don't get maternity leave. They don't get annual leave.
What, women don't get maternity leave?
No, they get like a month.
No,
or like
they
3
don't.
months.
Surely it's like company specific.
Most companies give you 3 months maximum of maternity leave in America. What, do you think it's the UK that you get higher?
No, but you know what's good about America is the salaries are higher, obviously to reflect the fact that they've got to pay for everything. But why do I always find that there's loads of, like on TikTok, there's loads of stay-at-home American mothers that live quite nicely?
Yeah, they're the Mormons.
Yeah.
Mormon TikTok.
Take me back to conservatism.
Listen, stay-at-home mum life is the way forward. I'm just saying. Hint, hint.
Stay-at-home mum life.
Honestly, it's amazing and it makes sense. Should we do our first scenario?
Wait, before we continue, is there anything you're watching at the moment?
No.
What have I watched recently that has been good?
I don't.
Oh my God, I can't even concentrate on a film at the moment. It's like, I watched a film with, do you know the Asian girl from Bridgerton on Amazon Prime? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I didn't
Anthony.
like it. I saw half of it. I switched off.
I switched off.
It's called Pitch or something.
Yeah, within like 10 minutes of the film. And you know what's so funny? I let the film just stay on. I was doing things around it and I just haven't.
I thought it was boring.
It was rubbish.
You listened to Digital Sisterhood episode 1?
No, I didn't.
It's so good.
No way.
It's so good. Adar, if you're listening to me, wow. There's this one scene, you lot need to listen to it in the car when you're going home. It's only 1 hour. It's actually so good, yeah? Basically, there's this one bit where it's basically talking about death. And you know that man in New Zealand who's called like the Muslim undertaker or something like that? And he's like...
Oh, the one that cleans the bodies?
Yeah, that cleans the bodies. They're interviewing him. And then one aspect is Adar talking about when you die, what happens, etc. And there's this one scene where this voice comes, because their production's bloody amazing, yeah? And then the voice, and then she makes you reenact. She tells you to close your eyes and lie down and lie back. And you reenact being in the grave, asked those questions. And then this voice comes and it's like... Who is your Lord? I can't even do the voice. I screamed. I was cleaning the house. I screamed. But I was then afterwards I was like, I have to listen to the end of this podcast, yeah? So when I was in bed, I put my headphones in. I listened.
No, that's scary.
It was so good though. It was so impactful because I was like, I would be like, if this was going to happen to us.
Yeah.
You lot need to listen. No, my voice is so bad. But it was like, who is your Lord? Who was sent to you? Oh my God, it was so scary. It was so scary, but it was also eye-opening. But this series is really exciting because next Friday, it's all about like jinns and the unknown world. So it's going to be amazing. So I'm really excited.
So this is her jinn series.
Yeah, that was postponed.
She starts it off with the interview with the Undertaker.
Yeah.
And was that the same guy who had like...
He's like that big New Zealand guy.
There was like a TikTok video of him like... But they didn't have a body on or anything.
It was like the guy, and there's a TikTok video of the guy who wanted to wash his body.
What it feels like to have
him,
your body washed. Okay.
Anyway, it's really, really good.
I can't wait to listen to the Jinns episodes.
I know, but listen to the first episode, it's so good. Anyway.
So where do you reckon there's going to be like...
No, I don't know. But I mean, the way production's going... No, stop.
You know what that reminds? You know what I'm thinking
of? Harry Potter.
Yeah, when they're speaking in parcel tag.
Guys, we're so sorry. We're doing this to you on your fasting day. Anyway, it was a really good episode, and I just want to hands up to Digital Sisterhood. That was amazing. I literally sent her the message the day before. I was like, when is this season coming out? Like, it's been a week to Ramadan, Adar. What's going on? She goes, guys, just wait. It's coming on Friday. Okay. Anyway.
And she delivered.
All right, guys. First scenario. Right. We don't really have Ramadan content this year because I just feel like...
Me and Hod are very disconnected at the moment.
No.
We're not in sync.
No. And, yeah. That will answer it. Oh, I just wanted to address something quickly. Rufia, congratulations. Rufia and her husband are finally living together in Australia.
Oh my God, no way.
So he did the big move.
You're joking.
So congratulations,
Rufia. So happy for you.
What can we say about Samira? Samira's gone back to work after having a baby. Congratulations,
Congratulations, Samira. Well done.
Anyway, first scenario. 1 year into marriage and I'm out. Hi, Harva and Callie. First of all, I love your podcast and I only discovered it a few months ago, but I've already binged literally every episode at least twice and now I'm devastated that I've caught up.
Do you reckon she's watched the early episodes, you know, the bedroom ones?
Didn't we archive those?
No.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
The early scenarios.
She said she listened to. So I'm assuming. She's probably listened to the whole podcast from when we started in October.
I was so skinny back there.
Oh my God.
Carry on.
Right, anyway. She goes, I hope you and your families are having a blessed Ramadan and all your prayers are answered.
Ameen.
Oh, thank you, Ami. Before I dive in, please keep my name anonymous, which we will. So I have a bit of a dilemma. I went to visit my husband's family for the first time after a whole year of marriage. And oh my God, the scenario is actually crazy, guys. I read it earlier.
Give it to me. I want to read it.
Do you?
Oh my God. So I have a bit of a dilemma. I went to visit my husband's family for the first time after a whole year of marriage. It was just for the day, and honestly, it's because he's not that close to them. Oh, that's like she pushed him to go and see.
It's really good.
We chatted over brunch for a bit, and then I got a call. My mother-in-law and husband went to put the dishes away, and his siblings were chatting amongst themselves. So I answered it. While I was on the phone with my friend, I overheard my husband arguing with his mum about the dishes. She wanted them washed by hand. Meanwhile, he wanted to use the dishwasher. I didn't think much of it until their argument got so loud that my friend could hear it through the phone. Oh my God, that's so embarrassing. I hung up and walked over just in time to see my husband slap his mother straight across the face.
Oh God.
I was shocked, jaw dropped, but his siblings, completely unfazed, like this was an everyday occurrence. He slapped his mum.
Walid inkar.
Slapped her dead in the face.
Right, carry on.
His mum proceeded to grab a rolling pin. Oh, I like this lady. His mum proceeded to grab a rolling pin and straight up launched at him point blank. He dodged it and then he lunged at her and shoved her to the ground. I'm sorry, how are you wrestling your mum? What?
This is actually crazy, guys.
That's when I called the police. They arrested him. His mum was bleeding on the floor and I was so mortified that I helped her, patched her up and then booked her into a hotel near the jail he was in. I spent the night there because the police wouldn't let me see him until morning. So the next morning I bailed him out and asked him what the hell just happened, and his response, she was pushing my buttons. It's okay, families fight. This guy
what
is
hayawan?
crazy.
What animal?
No, this guy is crazy, though. He not only did he slap her, he lunged at her, put her to the ground, wrestled her on the ground, left her with blood, and then the police came and took him away.
No wonder he doesn't go to his family's house.
Yeah, because he's
an abuser.
I told him absolutely not. How could he put his hands on a woman, his own mother? Allah,
she needs to run away.
She's in danger. How can he put his hands on a woman, his own mother, and during Ramadan, no less? He tried to reassure me saying, no love, that was just my mum, but I would never hurt you.
So if you can hurt your mum, you think you won't hurt me?
But I don't believe him, because if he can hit his own mother, I feel like he's capable of anything, right? I told him he honestly needs to beg his mum for her forgiveness because Jannah lies under her feet of the mother, and that he had to fix their relationship. But honestly, I couldn't even look at him the same. We've only been married a year, but I'm done. I signed the divorce papers, blocked him, his mum and his entire family in the last few days, and now I'm back at my parents' house.
Good.
Safe. She's safe. I feel heartbroken. Like, who did I even marry? Oh my God, remember the series? Who did I marry?
Yeah.
Risa Tisa. How did I not see this side of him? I've always felt so safe and secure around him, but now I'm scared to even go out of the house to move things out. Am I overreacting because all of our mutual friends are saying I was too quick to leave? And
what? For a man that boxed his mum? Too quick? So what's she going to stay for?
I can't with you, hold on. I literally can't.
No, but what? Her friends are delusional.
Because all of our mutual friends are saying I was too quick to leave and that I should give him another chance. Should I trust my gut and stay away or unblock him?
Nah, if you love your life.
Can we just go back into the bit? Because I really need to read this because this is so mad. Because I hung up, walked over just in time to see my husband slap his mother straight across the face. I was shocked, jaw dropped, but his siblings were completely unfazed.
That means that household, he's been beating that mother up for ages.
And then in another breath, she said, basically she lunged the rolling pin at him. He dodges it, and then he lunged at her, shoved her to the ground. And
this is so scary.
Wallahi, that is so scary.
This poor mother.
She's been through it. This aggressive, horrible man.
And the way that he thinks like he's okay, that he would never hurt his wife, but he's hurt his mum.
Forget that he thinks it's okay that he wouldn't hurt his wife. Fair. It's how he's so like nonchalant, blasé.
Families fight.
About him beating up his mum. The kids were unfazed.
That means the kids must do it as well. They must all fight.
That mother must be getting abused in that household.
Miskinta.
Yeah.
That man will never get barakah in his life, you know.
I know.
Can you know how scary that is? To be treating your mum like that.
Bro, your mother.
Literally. And she pushed him out. And he's hitting her. You know that's the sign of the Day of Judgment.
Yeah.
When the sons are beating their mums.
That is so scary, isn't it? That is actually so scary.
You
know what? I watched it the other day. You're going to die.
What?
You see those like AI videos on TikTok where it's like wake up in this one was wake up in Jahannam.
I saw that.
I know, it's like God forbid scroll up. Imagine wake up in Jahannam. Well, I saw an arch with these big giants carrying these like I don't know what they were, but they're balls with the spikes and stuff, and they were coming towards me. And I said, not today.
You know, there's this TV, ADHD is so rampant in this podcast, but you know, there's this TV series, no, there's these films on Netflix, and it's by like a Malaysian filmmaker. And me and Siham watched this. She told me to watch it, yeah. And they basically reenact, there's one film about reenacting life in the grave when you're getting punished. Guys, it's so scary. It looks and they use like the exact examples from the Quran of what happens to you in the grave in the film. It's mad.
Malaysians don't play.
Mate, I watched one film and I was so scared. I was like, imagine that. And then there's another one where where there's like 5 siblings and they each commit a sin and then they pass away, or like they go through this situation where they all pass away, but it's a dream, and then they all wake up in hell and they're all getting punished by that particular sin. But the way that the film's depicted is the way in the Quran that you get punished. It's so scary. No. But anyway, this man is a shaitan. He's a fadara. He's an animal. He's disgusting.
Asi walidain.
He's asi walidain, and that is the worst. You will never be forgiven. You will never have barakah in your life. There's no goodness in you if you're horrible.
Basically, his heart is based as a rock. It's solid. It's black. Disgusting.
And the fact that your friends are telling you you're too quick to leave them
and like,
as well.
when he dies and his soul comes out, his soul's gonna stink. You know, when it goes up and then that is scary. And then the angels are like, pee, what's that smell? And then it's gonna just be like dashed back in there.
Oh, that's my worst nightmare.
Soul being dashed back in.
That is actually my worst. If we really think about
imagine
death,
the angels telling you stink.
Like, oh, who's that? Like, who's this person?
Who's that about?
We're laughing, but like, guys, it's our humour.
We're laughing, but this is how we cope.
Guys, honestly, that's actually my worst fear, because you know that is the end point for you. Like, the moment you die and the angels say you stink, you know what your road to life is. That's it, you're done for.
I can't have no angel telling me I stink. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Anyway,
listen, you know what I was reading about today? Basically, I'm looking for I don't know what I'm looking for, but anyway, I was reading about the 7 gates of heaven. What?
Aww, I know what you're looking for.
7 gates of heaven, yeah. And
there's a bait one that you shouldn't use. Anyway, carry on.
No, I'm not using that. You mad? Every single... Anyway,
Anyway, carry on.
We're going to have the same conversation in a couple of months' time. You lot will know what we're talking about. Anyway, so I was looking at it and I just thought, every single gate has a particular name to do with a good, like, you know, like one of the 5 pillars plus 2, yeah?
Mm.
So I was like, if we exceed in doing one of those things a lot, yeah? Surely, do you know what I mean?
Allah will have his mercy on us.
Yeah, he'll allow me just to go through that gate. So let's say, for example, fasting. Let's say I'm someone who fasts Ramadan and fasts Mondays, Thursdays, plus the white days for the whole, for my whole lifespan. From when I have this enlightenment.
Yeah.
Obviously,
previously.
I haven't had the
not the last 32
I haven't been
years.
enlightened yet.
Yeah.
But then you do the others in moderation. Let's say you pray your 5 daily prayers. Not really.
You can't do that in moderation.
Not really a sunnah person, but you pray your 5 daily prayers occasionally. Okay. You might pray sunnah for Maghrib, yeah. But let's say you do the fasting one, but you do that plus and then some.
Yeah.
Surely the reward is from Allah's mercy, but come on, on the scale, that particular deed is gonna be higher, isn't it? So
yeah, you might bust case.
Might go through that gate.
There's so many aspects that you can bust case.
There's a patience one.
I know. Oh, go on, tell me. Have you read them all?
There's a patience one. There's a fasting one. There's a prayer one. There's a
Quran one. Is there a Quran one? There's a Hajj one.
There's a Hajj one. So
we should know this. This is basic madrasa.
Wait, oh my God, have I forgotten already?
Otherwise, I'm going to tell them alhamdulillah that you didn't learn anything from that.
Yeah, she's going to beef me. There's a Hajj one. There's a bait one that we're missing.
There's a La ilaha illallah one. Isn't there a Shahada one?
No. It's they're deeds. They're all deeds.
Charity.
That's one. That's one that's easily you can get into that one.
Can you though?
Yeah, just part with your money. Give it to the needy.
No, we live in a capitalist society.
Well, if you have faith in Allah...
Oh, jihad. There's a jihad one.
Jihad. If you have faith in Allah, money will come, Allah. There's a girl that I know, that lives life to life to life. Because she's like, Ajal Bangala, yeah.
That's so good. You know...
Anyway, there's a jihad one. Does that count if you're doing jihad of the soul?
I'm just saying, if you die a martyr, jihad of the soul, maybe. You never know. But if you die a martyr, it's actually amazing. And you can die a martyr in so many ways. You can die a martyr if you drown. If you die from a fire, you die as a shaheed. Yeah. And if you die as a martyr, you can intercede for your family members to come to heaven.
Oh my God, amazing? Give me the martyr death, Ya Allah. Actually, wait. I take that.
Why don't you want a martyr death?
I don't want to burn. I want a good one.
But you can drown.
Drowning's even worse. Wait.
What if you die in the cause of Allah? That's a martyr.
No, there's other ones. There's other ones that are less rough.
Like dying in your sleep.
Is that a martyr death? No, I don't think it is.
That's a good death, I would assume. Maybe that's a sudden death. I don't want to talk about death, please. I'm not.
Wait, let me actually Google this because it's gonna be interesting. Alright, dying as a martyr. Dying a martyr. Let's chat GPT it.
Although the way ChatGPT is gonna intercede, it's not gonna intercede for me. I'm scared.
The one who dies of plague. I don't want to die of plague.
If you died of COVID, you could be a martyr. Isn't COVID considered a plague?
Oh my God! Loads of people died of COVID.
Oh my God! Yeah, they did.
May Allah make them
martyrs.
Yeah. The one who drowns. The one who dies of pleurisy. What's that? Pleurisy.
I don't know what that means.
All right, we're going to come back to that. I'm going to Google it in a second. Stomach disease. Oh, that's
gastro.
Ooh.
Why is that? Ooh.
That's good. A lot of Somalis die from stomach disease stuff. I should be laughing. It's actually, I think it's the poor diet.
Listen, we're not a serious podcast, guys. Just take us with a pinch of salt.
The one who dies by fire. The one who dies under a falling building or structure. Palestinians. Well, they're mostly martyrs, aren't they?
No, but I'm saying if you died in an earthquake.
Oh my God. But then, imagine something like a piece of structure falling on your head.
No, but you would have instant death.
I'd love for it to kill me instantly. Like, I wouldn't want it to be on my stomach and I'm just there for 3 hours.
I know.
You know what I mean? Hold on. The woman who dies in childbirth. The one who dies while protecting his property. How would that work?
So, if someone came into your house, maybe
an intruder,
a burglar, or an intruder, or war. If someone's trying to take your land.
The one who dies while defending his family or religion.
There's so many ways to die as a martyr.
Seeing the body of a martyr. No, okay, ignore that bit. Yeah, so there we go. 9 ways. Supposedly.
I just really think,
What is pleurisy?
Can I just make this one point? I feel like we're in our own little jihad being in this bloody country, because we always forget that Allah has the biggest mercy on us to basically,
it's given us so many opportunities
to like seek forgiveness or to like earn reward, and it's so easy. Yeah, it's so hard at the same time because you just get distracted.
I feel like this one's going to be me.
What?
Pleurisy.
What's that?
It's basically caused by a virus, such as like the flu virus. And it's when the thin lining between your lungs and ribs becomes inflamed. So it causes like sharp chest pains. I'm a sharp chest pain kind of girl.
Is that not like tuberculosis?
No. How does a person get pleurisy? When you have
or
lung
pneumonia.
Inflammation due to an infection. Something to do with your could be pneumonia, could be tuberculosis. Viral infection.
Lungs,
I feel like because we live in the West, infections are just so like...
There's a lot.
There's just a lot that we
flu
can contract.
Season.
Do you know what I mean? Today at the GP, they were like, do you want a vaccination? I said, what for? She was like, flu and whooping cough. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to actually think about this.
Anyway, what were we saying?
Pleurisy.
What was the point you were making? Because we've literally diverted.
How do we
come back to the point that we were making?
How do we relate this back to the scenario? If you can find a link between what we were just talking about and this scenario and offer this poor girl some advice.
If a man does not treat his mother with kindness, then he will not fulfill the acts of worship that we've just been talking about with regards to the 8 gates of heaven.
He's not going in those gates.
He's not going in those gates.
Why?
Actually, we don't know that because Allah has mercy on anyone. But he doesn't look like...
But based on the facts.
Based on what we have right now.
Yes.
He's not entering them gates.
Why is he not entering them gates, Hold on?
Because he beats his mother. And that's an oppressor. And oppression is the worst kind of evil that you can do, especially to your mother. So I personally feel like...
As someone who's been through the labour pains, the contractions, the ring of fire, how do you feel about...
Oh my God, if my kid beat me up and I went through the ring of fire, wallahi, I would stab him. Imagine if Drew stepped to me.
Imagine he went... Boom.
If he's like 20 years old, I would get a chair stand on it and I would actually knock him out.
Imagine you went through the ring of fire.
For best of cat. I said I wouldn't swear. Oh my God, guys, do you know how horrible that is? I broke my body for you and you're hitting me.
That's so sad.
I would literally finish him. I would finish him. I'd get a couple goons on him.
Now, this girl's friends are trying to set her up.
No, they're not good friends either. A'udhu billah. Listen, alhamdulillah, the fact that she even got the divorce papers signed just shows that even the imam thought, yeah, this is a bit much.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Because you know imams are always quick to say, listen, give it a chance. Yeah. They're very quick. They're not very quick to annul marriages.
No.
So that divorce paper was signed
quickly, swiftly. So yeah, may Allah bestow khair upon you.
Ameen.
I would just say make istikhara to Allah so He makes that decision easy for you because He's the best of planners and He's the only one that can counsel you in this situation. Don't listen to anyone. I think you know exactly why you left this man and it's quite clear.
And I feel like she should, because obviously the actions that she's already taken, which are very like big steps. She's left. She's got her divorce. Do you know what I mean? These are all, she's done it.
You need to just move on now.
And you have to be sure of your decisions.
Listen, this world, you're only here for a small time, okay?
You need to cut this cord and
move
live
on.
Your life. Yeah.
Find the next one. It's not that deep, wallahi. Right, anyway. Next one.
That was a great scenario.
I mean, in retrospect.
I mean, obviously.
The content wasn't great.
The content was not good, but... The shock factor. How it made me feel, the feelings and emotions.
Right, we've got a man who sent us a scenario. Men
read it to me.
Men don't really send us scenarios, guys, so we're going to help this brother out. Okay, he goes, hi guys. First off, I just want to say I absolutely love your podcast and your takes on dilemmas are always spot on, and I know you'll have some great insight for me.
Oh my God, he said our takes are spot on.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know how good that makes me feel?
I just want to say to all the men, evil men in our comments calling us.
No, because you don't understand. I really, really, really second, third, fourth, fifth guess myself with the things that with the advice that I give. Like, is it right? Or is it? Do you know what I mean?
But I think one thing that we pride ourselves, and if we do some reflection, which we have done in the last 2 years on this podcast, is that a lot of our advice comes from the Quran and Sunnah, from what we can understand. Like, we won't ever give advice that encourages badness. Maybe in the previous earlier episodes.
In the old era.
There's one episode that really irks me that I can't
should we get
find.
rid of it? Can we just
but I can't find the episode,
and
I gave the worst piece of advice I ever could. So if I ever find that episode, I'm going to take that away.
But
I feel
rookies,
like we're rookies and we're all learning, but we will never give you advice that we feel like isn't
sound.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if we are wrong, we are always happy to listen to feedback.
Exactly. We're open to correction.
And also take our advice with a pinch of salt, please. Like, we are two girls.
But that's a really, really nice compliment because,
I just don't want that advice to come back to me on the day of judgment for you to be like,
yeah, Callie and Harder told me, do this, this and this. But
like, pinch of salt.
Pinch of salt, but also like common sense. Do you know what I mean?
Like, you can't come back on the day of judgment that I listened to a podcast.
Do you know how mad that sounds?
It's your decision that you made, okay? It's not us.
You know, today, if something bad happened to me or that, I would do research.
I Google, I chat GPT everything.
Everything.
I think I've made my chat GPT Muslim.
Yeah. He's a good lad.
He's a good lad.
My little AI friend.
I'm always telling him about La ilaha illallah. Anyway, oh my God, ADHD. A'udhu billah. Ya Allah help us. Right, so the man goes... Okay, he goes, so I got to know this girl and we instantly clicked and we talked consistently for about 2 months and everything felt like a solid 10 out of 10. But along the way, I started noticing some red flags and I chose to ignore them. Every time I tried to involve our parents to keep things halal, there was always an excuse. She was sick, on holiday or too busy. Did you listen to that? Because I saw that you didn't listen.
Halal, and every time he wants to, she's sick, busy, or on holiday.
Oh, you did listen. Good. It became a pattern. He goes, it became a pattern.
Oh, yeah.
And honestly, it got frustrating. He goes, then our conversation started to feel off. She became distant, replies turned into one-word answers. Talking to her felt more like a checklist than something natural. But whenever I expressed that I wasn't happy with how things were going, she'd tell me I was overthinking and reassure me that she still had feelings for me. So I kept brushing it aside. Eventually, I decided to put things to a test. Since I was always the one initiating conversations, he goes, I stopped texting first. It's been days. And we haven't spoken at all.
He sounds like a nice guy.
Does. He goes, is she really interested or was I just being used for entertainment? Would love to hear your thoughts.
It's difficult. You know, every time I think about talking stages for now.
I think about Abdul Wahab's book.
Absolutely. I think about Abdul Wahab's book and I just think everyone's talking stage at the moment is giving me this
bullshit.
Ick. It's bullshit. I'm so sorry to say. This is not the way.
It's not the way of the sunnah.
It's not the way.
Because it actually makes sense.
And you know what? He's trying his best to do it. He's trying his best to do it in a like a halal way. Every time he brings up...
Can we talk to your family?
Talking to the family. She's making excuses.
But is he saying, can we talk to the family to get married?
Well, surely, what else would it be?
Well, she's obviously ignoring him. So
what else would it be, Arthur?
I thought he meant like...
So what?
As a willy... All right, calm down. As a willy. As like...
To get married?
No, you cow, listen. As in like he...
To be her friend?
Shut up! Oh. I hate you. I mean, in the sense that, you know, when religious people have talking stages and they have it with a mahram, I thought he meant it that way, but I guess not.
But what's the end goal of that?
To get married, obviously. But he's not just going to get married to her if she's ignoring him, isn't he?
Anyway, back to what I was saying. He's trying to do it the Abdul Wahab way.
No, but he's not really.
Come on, he is.
Because he's chatting to her.
No, read the beginning. What did he say?
He said, I got to know this girl. We instantly clicked. We talked consistently for 2 months and everything felt solid 10 out of 10. And then he goes, along the way, he started to notice red flags.
So he was talking for 2 months?
Yeah.
Before he decided he wants to do it the halal way.
So listen, he goes, I started to notice red flags. And then he goes, I initially, which you chose to ignore.
You know where those red flags come from? The fact that there's absolutely no barakah in the way they're speaking.
Valid. And then he goes, every time I try to involve our parents to keep things halal, that's what I'm saying. So what I was saying was correct. He was trying to have meetings.
Yeah, he wants to move things forward.
And there was always an excuse that she was sick on holiday or too busy.
You know what I love about the Abdul Wahab way? It's like no bullshit.
Why is it the Abdul Wahab way when it's just the Sunnah way?
Because Abdul Wahab ay bari, you know?
Like, yeah. Quran Sunnah wa taqani before Abdul Wahab.
That reminded me. It's fresh in my mind. Anyway, the Abdul Wahab book.
Right, chill out.
The reason why I love it so much is because it's not for everyone. Do you know what I mean? It's not for everyone. It's just for serious people. And
if you want to get married.
Yeah, if you want to get married. And I just think, like, if two people are talking to each other, there is no other reason that a man and woman should be talking other than to do it the Abdul Wahab way.
Right, can we backtrack? Because some of the listeners
Guys,
here don't know what Abdul Wahab is.
You've got to go and watch the Abdul Wahab episode.
This is so funny. What Kulton is referencing is the halal way to get married, which means you do it through your parents, through a mahram, and then you ask questions.
But not a lot of people are built for that. Not a lot of people are built for it.
No, because we don't really take it seriously. I'll be honest. Because
it's scary as well. It
is because you're taking the gamble. But the understanding that we now have is that the gamble comes from the fact that you are basically trusting Allah to make this person the best person for you.
But this is the difficulty is, this is what the difficulty is that people have is, can they put 100% trust in Allah to pursue a path that is halal and to just see how that goes?
But why would Allah forsake you?
Never. That's the
beauty.
Problem. But Shaitan is out here whispering in people's ears, telling them talk to each other and get to know each other and let's do this, let's go out and let's play bowling and balayo. I wish.
So what is our advice to our
I just think he needs to sack this off. It's not good.
I don't think she's even interested.
It's not bringing him any good.
I don't think she's interested. I don't think it's bringing you any good. I feel like you already have a clear goal. Obviously, you now have the intention to get to know someone, which means you want to get married.
Also, listen to our Abdul Wahab episode. Honestly, it's going to blow your mind.
Shout out Abdul Wahab.
Shout out Abdul Wahab. What a good lad.
Yeah. So yeah. I feel like that's the only way to do it. I just feel like it's really hard when TikTok romanticizes relationships for you. And I feel like
it's not just TikTok.
It's the whole world. Everyone does it.
It's the entire industry of the Western world.
I know. Every day we're loving rom-coms, but someone needs to do a rom-com, but in a halal way.
Oh my God, hold on. About a year ago, a girl sent us a book. It's at my mum's house.
I remember. But have we even read it?
No. And I feel really bad for not having read it. And now I know exactly where it is in my mother's house.
What was the ending?
Abdul Wahab
lost. No.
Abdul Wahab. And he thought.
No, Abdul Wahab needs to come back. This is too much. Abdul Wahab. Wait, what's going on? I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh.
No, you know what's mad?
If you hear this at home, yeah?
You know what's mad? Every single time I'm going to hear a scenario about a talking stage. Yeah?
Abdul Wahab.
Listen to the Abdul Wahab episode.
But you guys should really get Abdul Wahab's book. It's called Can I Ask You a Question? And it's actually really good, guys.
It's so good. And it's like based on Quran and Sunnah. And he gives you step-by-step guide of like what you should be asking during a talking stage, backed by parents.
Actual questions. Because can I just say something?
Willies.
People don't ask about people's debts. No one asks about people's debts, student loans, credit card debts. Are you good with money? Right. Does anyone ask about all the other questions in the book? Does anyone ask about just usual stuff like how dirty are you? Do you what do you do in your daily life?
Do you shower?
What's the routine like? Do you like to go for 10k walks? Because he might not like to go for 10k walks, and you might be an adventurer. Like, your idea of a good weekend could be, let's go for a hike in Surrey Hills.
Yeah.
And my man be like, what?
You're not compatible.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what I mean? I feel like these two aren't compatible.
Does he like matcha?
I don't think these two are compatible. Shall I tell you why?
Of course they're not. She doesn't even like him.
You
Sorry,
don't know
I didn't
that.
mean it like that.
You don't know that. She could like
She's
him, but she
ignoring
could
him.
be. I think what this girl's doing is she's placing him on the back burner and prioritizing maybe
The bad boy.
the je ne sais quoi men.
And we told you guys about je ne sais quoi. That's
Je ne sais
horrible.
quoi men are very, very bad.
They're toxic. Don't do it to yourself.
Je ne sais quoi men would never read Abdul Wahab's book.
Oh my God, no, because they think they've got it all.
They think they're so arrogant.
No.
They
Don't
would
do
never
it to
humble
yourself.
themselves.
No.
I talk about love.
And vulnerability. That is so funny. Say it
Yeah.
again. Talk about love.
Love.
It's the way your mouth rolls. Makes me sick.
Because that's how people from back home say love.
Talk about love.
Love.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I saw the worst video today that Yasmin sent in the group chat.
I didn't watch all of it.
You don't want to watch it.
I just
It's
saw an
so nasty.
arched back situation.
Oh my God, it was
and I said, nope, I'm not listening to this. Wa Ramadan.
It's so bad. Anyway, that is the end of the episode, guys. Do you have anything to add, Coltorn?
No.
Nothing.
No. Go watch the
Zilch.
Abdul Wahab.
Shut up. Zilch.
Do you know what? If that episode gets 15k views, that's because of me. I'm telling you. If it gets more than 15k views, because of me. Because they watched this one and they said, oh,
Who's Abdul Wahab?
who's Abdul Wahab? Maybe I skipped that episode last time. Let me go back and check. Shoot.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, that is the end of the episode. Thank you so much for listening to us and always supporting us. We really appreciate you guys. And also for recognizing that we've actually been consistent the last few weeks, because we're trying. We are trying.
We're being consistent through the skin of our teeth. I don't think you guys understand how much work.
One day we're going to do an episode of...
One day we're going to do a day in the life of
my God.
of a podcast day. It's so chaotic.
It's me just texting Coltorn a million things. And
So
she
where
ignores me.
are you? Where are you?
Have you done this? Can we do this? Have you got this idea? Where are you? Why are you not here? It's been 10 minutes, Coltorn.
It's 40
And
minutes.
if you see our messages, it's blue, 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 because this bitch reads me all the time. Yeah.
Do you know what? It's not. Shall I tell you why? I read it and call you. I'm more of a on the phone type of person.
Or she'll FaceTime me. Anyway,
Yeah.
can you do the YouTube stuff?
What?
Do the YouTube edit credits.
Right, if you guys enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, download. Download being the most important, because we've hit 1 million downloads now.
More than that now.
We're
just
1 million downloads. We're trying to get to 2 million downloads.
soon.
1 million where? Anyway, guys, we love you so much. Thank you. And
Bye.
we'll see you next week.